In the early years of 2016, the fares were only priced at 7 pesos and has increased by 33% in the following 2 years. Take a look at how rapid the increase is on jeepney fares. Along with that is the increase in prices of food, clothing, housing, health maintenance, water, electricity, gas, education, and the list goes on.
And what exactly is inflation? Well, often inflation is described as too much money chasing too few goods. What this means is if there is too much physical currency floating around the economy, then the money's worth is diluted. Inflation and deflation are tightly regulated by the government, and if they weren't, unchecked inflation of currency could lead to market chaos. In severe cases, a person's life savings could become essentially worthless. There are many variable factors that play into inflation. One is the confidence that users have in their currency. Ever since the gold standard was abandoned, money stopped having real worth based on precious metals. So modern currency only has value because the government and its citizens say it does, and that they believe in it. However, when the guarantee of that money's value by the government is threatened by something drastic like war, it loses some intrinsic value. Another factor that affects the value of money is defined by the ratio of buying and producing in the economy, or supply and demand. In a year, let's say, if everyone bought the exact amount of goods and services which were produced, this ratio would be 1-to-1, and there would be no inflation or deflation of prices. However, if more or less goods are produced than normal, or more or less people want to buy them, prices can fluctuate. The Federal Reserve keeps watch of inflation patterns via long-term price indexes, or the change in inflation rates for various categories of products. The CPI, or Consumer Price Index, and the PPI, or Producer Price Index, are two commonly used measurements. One looks at how much consumers are paying for products, and the other looks at the prices listed by the producer. Without government regulation, an imbalance in the market's supply and demand can be exacerbated by a lack of public confidence in the currency. When that happens, hyperinflation or hyperdeflation may occur, and normal items can wind up costing either a fraction or several hundred times what they normally do. For instance, when Germany was struggling to pay its World War I debts in 1923, their currency lost investor confidence and went into hyperinflation. According to reports back then, a simple newspaper cost a wheelbarrow full of German marks. For Zimbabwe, the worst of their hyperinflation woes are past. But even presently, many continue to improvise their currency by giving change in things like pens, candy, and bubblegum. Soon, hopefully, Zimbabwe's currency will stabilize and people can continue to grow the market economy with an effective system of money. If you're interested in learning more about Zimbabwe and the situation there, check out our video about the racial struggles between black and white farmers.
Once in power, Mugabe was quick to negotiate a deal with the British government to help transfer land from the colonizing population of British farmers to the native population of black Zimbabweans.
Thanks for joining us on TestTube News. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos.
In the Philippines, Consumer Price Index peaked an all-time high of 117 points in July of 2018 and a low of 111 points in October of 2017. Consumer Price Index is used to measure inflation.
Ito po ang interview sa driver ng jeep. Unang katanungan po, nakatulong po ba yung pagtaas po ng pamasahe sa inyong jeep?
Hindi eh. Kasi tumakas na yung presyo natin ng gasolina.
Magkano po ba yung kinikita nyo pag isang araw po?
500. Sandal, depende.
Depende po sa
kung traffic.
Magkano yung sinisingin nyo sa mga estudyante po, PWD, mga senior?
7.
7 yun. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7 Pag holidays po ba, ganun din po ba?
7, okay.
Sige po, maraming salamat po. Ito po ang pangalawa pong interviewing ko na driver nito po. Nakatulong po ba sa inyo ang pagtaas po ng presyo ng pamasahe?
Tulong din.
Konti.
Dati bitin. Dati tapos. Pero medyo nagdala ng konti po.
Pangalawang katanungan po. Magkano po yung kinikita niyo po sa isang araw?
Kasi ang biyahe ko, ano lang, 5-5 oras lang. 5 to 10 lang eh. Nakikita ko yung 100.
At magkano naman po yung sinisingin niyo po pag PWD po senior estudyante na po?
Hindi naman namin sila kasi nagsingal. Kung magkano bayad nila, hindi na lang sinigil. Hindi na kami nag-aas.
Ganon din po ba yung sinisingin pag holidays na?
Ano?
Oh, pareho rin. Sige po, maraming salamat po.
May konting tanong lang po ako tungkol sa pagtaas ng pasahe. Paano nakaka-apekto sa iyo ang pagtaas ng pamasahe?
Mahirap yung naging epekto sa akin ito dahil sabay-sabay nagtataas yung mga gastusin tulad ng pagkain tsaka iba pang bayarin.
Pangalawang tanong, sang-ayon ka ba sa pinapatupad ng LTFRB?
Sang-ayon ako sa pinapatupad ng LTFRB kasi sa palagay ko, nakakatulong naman tayo sa mga kapwa nating Pilipinong namamasahe.
Okay. Number 3, mabigat na ba sa iyo ang pamasahe?
Para sa akin, hindi naman. Kung meron ka namang sapat na kinikita araw-araw, siguro tama na yung ganong pasahe.
Okay.
Pabor po ba kayo sa pagtaas ng pamasahe sa jeep? Bakit po?
Siyempre, hindi ako pabor kasi unang-una nakaka-apekto to sa budget ko for everyday.
Malaki ba ang epekto nito sa budget? Paano?
Malaki kasi wala naman kami increase na sa kagaya ko, wala naman akong work. So, malaking epekto to sa budget ko. Gaya na sinabi ko, wala akong work, naka-budget na ako, nagtaas yung pamasahe, ibig sabihin, mas kailangan kong sipagan yung ginagawa kong business para magkaroon ako ng additional income.
Ano po ang reaksyon ninyo sa ginawang hakbang ng LTFRB?
Siyempre, hindi rin maganda yung naging reaction ko. Gaya nga ng sinabi ko, naka-apekto to sa budget ko. Kaya sana, kung merong mga ganyan na increase ng pamasahe, sana magkaroon din ng increase or yung government or kung ano man or by individual, gawan din natin ang paraan para magkaroon ng karagdagang source of income para hindi siya maging ganon kalaki epekto sa budget natin.
Maraming salamat po. Sa pagtaas ng pamasahe sa jeep, bakit po?
Opo, pabor ako kasi yun ang lakaran at yun ang inutos ng LTO, FTRB.
Malaki po ba ang epekto nito sa budget? Paano po?
Sa akin po bilang senior, hindi naman po epektado kasi meron akong discount.
Ano po ang reaksyon ninyo sa ginawang hakbang ng LTFRB?
Okay naman po kasi yun ang lakaran na dapat itaas ang pamasahe.
Maraming salamat po.
Opo.
As a student, how much fare do you driver charge?
8 pesos pag estudyante. Estudyante ako, 8 pesos.
Do you have discounts during holidays and weekends?
Wala.
How it affects?
Hindi naman siya nakaka-apekto sa akin kasi yung piece na yun, maliit na halaga lang naman, hindi naman ako madalas na nag-tip kaya hindi nakaka-apekto sa akin.
As a student, how much fare jeepney driver charge you?
8 pesos.
Do you have discounts during holidays and weekends?
No.
How it affects you? Okay lang, hindi naman ganyan kalaki yun.